Have you ever had a secret you thought wrong to keep? A fever of guilt overcame Rex, and he quickly turned to his work. I'm not sure what you mean. Sometimes people ask you to promise something that sounds all right at the time, but eventually the logic of secrecy fades or turns inside out. Rex's nerves relaxed, and he cooled down as he realized whatever his father's questions concerned, it had nothing to do with the woman in the forest. Relieved, and no longer defensive, Rex turned his thoughts to his father's dilemma. Can you talk to the person and take your promise back? No. They're gone, possibly forever. Then why worry? That is the problem. Because I promised, and because I am a man of my word, I'm having trouble breaking it. Is someone getting hurt? He shook his head. I can't be sure of that either. If that were the case, I'd have no choice but to share my secret. I think someone's being kept in the dark for a bad reason, and it's keeping them from growing into a better person. Maybe you can make it easy for the secret to be uncovered. Set up an accidental discovery. His father laughed. It seemed strange to hear him laugh. Strange, but a welcome change. Just as suddenly, the laughter stopped. You're right. I'll not break my promise, and they'll not continue to live a stunted life. Thanks, Rex. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. Rex and his father jumped back into their work, with only the project and small talk to occupy their conversation for the remaining hours of the day. Rex's thoughts continued drifting to the mysterious nymph and the unexpected eagerness to lie to his father about their meeting. Father, how did you and Mother meet? The man froze for half a minute before he answered. A weak, wincing smile emerged. I was down by the creek, fishing. Rex's pulse thrummed in his throat, and his fingers tingled. She crept out of the woods, quiet and smiling. She sat an arm's length away and watched me for quite a while before she scooted closer and kissed me. His father put the finishing touches on the telescope's rotating base. He connected the cables and tested the remote controls to train the telescope on a given section of the sky with pinpoint accuracy. He motioned for Rex to help him hoist the mirror-laden tube onto the motorized yoke and fasten it into place. Todd's pace kept Rex too busy for much else until the project finally came together as the sun slipped over the valley rim. High in the sky, the night's first gems began to shine. Todd explained the telescope's controls as he trained the device on their first celestial observation, the moon. Rex put his eye to the sight and fidgeted nervously with the focusing knobs. A desert world of burnt orange came into view, littered with geometric shapes, connected together like giant snowflakes of shining metal. What is that? Rex asked. I've never known buildings existed on the moon. There is much you've been shielded from. Rex blinked and readjusted the telescope. He scanned across the distant globe's surface and found most of it covered by buildings. His heart pounded and his mind raced as he imagined the kinds of people he might encounter there. But what is it? Are there people living up there? An avalanche of possibilities piled atop his thoughts and halted his sputtering tongue. How much do you want to know? Todd asked. Some suggest that such knowledge is dangerous, unhealthy. Rex stepped back from the lens and felt himself reeling. Visiting the nearby town no longer held the same allure. His grand adventure to that huddled cluster of buildings now only represented his first step along a lifelong trek.